WALB News 10 presents Sports Talk.
Welcome back into another amazing week of Sports Talk. This week we got the Terrell County Eagles. We got head coach Bill Murdoch. Coach, how you doing today?
Doing great. Appreciate y'all being here.
No problem. Hey, Coach, you have quite the resume. You have 17 years at Terrell Academy, a little bit more at SGA, but just to go off, I'm going to give you some flowers before we start. This man done had 2 state titles with the Eagles, 7 region titles, and 9 winning seasons. Coach, I got to ask, what keeps you coming back every year?
I just love it. I love the kids. It's like I don't have a job. I just enjoy what I do and like working with the kids. I had some great coaches growing up, and I just like doing it and trying to be a positive influence.
Now, Bill, clearly you're a winner. You won at SGA, Terrell Academy, but when I brought up earlier that you have 9 winning seasons with the Eagles, how do you keep this tradition going on every year?
We do the same thing. We basically run the same offense and work at it hard and just try and be positive and get our kids to work hard, and they buy in, and we've just been able to piggyback on our success.
Now, with you coaching in different decades, what's the most thing you notice with the new generation?
I don't think the kids are a whole lot different. It's the parents. Parents are a lot more lenient on kids nowadays than they were back when I first started, for sure. Right? It's definitely a lot different. It was a lot, tougher back then, and we didn't have all the concussion protocols and didn't have all the stuff. But I think they made the game safer, and our kid, we work hard, so I'm proud of our kids here.
Now, Coach, going from the GISA to GIAA, how do you feel about the transition, and why did you guys move?
It was kind of a blend in some of the schools in Macon and around, and Columbus came back in and made our league bigger and I think better. And it was a good thing. When I first started out, and I played in the SCAIS and coached in the SCAIS, and then we changed the GISA, and we kind of, the GISA we're still a member of it, but interscholastic league's now the GIA, and I think it's a great thing for our state.
You say it'll be great for the state, but will the competition be a lot more tougher, or do you think you guys can handle it?
Oh yeah, it's going to make it tougher, but I mean, we're going to have to rise to the occasion. I mean, when we've been in AA, AAA, we've really grown. Our school's on a very positive upswing now, and we're in the region with Brookwood, Deerfield, Valwood, Southland, and Tift area. And we played all those guys except Deerfield. They were Georgia High School and Valwood, and so we're used to playing that tough competition, and year in and year out, we may not have the state champion out of that region, but I think for the 6 teams, it's the toughest region that there will be every year.
Be honest, Coach. Do you have any particular games circled this season, or everybody every week?
It's just every week. It was kind of weird playing SGA the first game of the year because they're a big rival, and my grandson goes there, got a lot of great friends, and it was just real weird playing them game 1. Usually we play them at the end of the year for the region championship, and that was definitely different.
I even noticed the same thing, because when we were going over schedules before we came out this recent Friday, I was like, we got to be at that game, because, right. I mean, they usually play later on this year, right. So it was different seeing y'all week 1.
It definitely was.
Yeah. But coming off that season opener win, what were your biggest takeaways from that game?
We got a lot of things we can improve on. We only had 3 starters coming back from last year's team on offense, and we were pretty dynamic on offense last year. We lost some real good players, but defensively we had 8 kids coming back, so. And our defense played extremely well against Southwest Georgia. We made some errors early on, and on offense we should have scored a couple times that we didn't. And SGA was a scrappy team. They played extremely hard, and it was a great game to watch. And it came down to the last 20 seconds, and we run our little stretch play, throwback to the quarterback, little trick play to win the game. So that was exciting for the kids.
Coming after that game, is there any Eagles that we need to look like after the whole year, like anybody you expect to step up throughout the whole season?
I really think our offensive line is going to come along. We had 3 starters back from that and got 2 new starters, but they played pretty well the other night. And SGA blitzed a lot, and we did a great job in pass protection. They did a good job against our run. I think we got some things ironed out this week, but I think we got some young kids that are really going to step up, and they hadn't played much, so. And they played well the other night, but we're going to definitely improve this week, I believe.
And then, Bill, coming off a season where you guys lost the state title game, in your years of coaching, would you say a team is more motivated after they lose a state championship or after they win one?
I think after you lose, I mean it probably hurt me and the coaching staff worse. The kids, you know, they're resilient, and they got over it, and they went to work in the weight room, and we got stronger. You know, Christian Harris did a good job with those kids this summer, and I feel good about where we're at.
In your years of coaching, do you always depend on the seniors, or you depend on who's the best on the field?
Yeah, I really think when you have real good teams, you have good senior leaderships. For some reason, it always seems to work out like that, and we had great leadership this year, and that's one thing we're working, trying to develop with these guys now. And all our seniors, we have 9 of them. They all start. They're all good players. So kind of a quiet bunch. They're not quite as rowdy as some of the guys I had last year vocally, but they're all good football players.
What would you describe this team's character like, or kind of like you said, they're a little bit more soft-spoken, it seems like, but does that do them a little more justice because they do their talk on the field, staying off the field?
I think so, and, you know, we tell our kids that it's just, you know, just play hard, do the best. We're going to face adversity during the game. I mean, when we turned the ball over and gave SGA short field and they scored and we went down 7-7, we could have, you know, we didn't panic. We kept playing hard and didn't give up, and that's important. And I think our kids listen to us about that, and, you know, because football is just a game, and, you know, these kids, you know, you look at it, 1.2% of all kids that play high school football go on to play any farther, and but the lessons they learn in life, it was just like me. I was a very, very average high school football player. I had some great coaches that, you know, really influenced me and it really helped me later in life. You know, and I think these kids that we have, they're going to all be successful. They really are. They've got the good work ethic, and they don't quit, and it's going to be tough this year, but I think we're going to have a real good season.
What's the Terrell Academy Eagles standard?
Excellence. We just want to have excellence in everything we do.
Well, Coach, that's all I have for this part of the show. I want to say good luck to you and the Eagles, and I do expect y'all to make another run to the state title. I'm going to be honest with that.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate y'all.
So after this, we're going to hear from Morgan, and she's going to talk to some of the Eagles after this break.
Welcome back to Sports Talk. I'm here with Jay Austin and Will Gamble. How are y'all doing today?
We're doing good.
Great.
How about you?
I'm doing well, thank you. First thing I have to ask y'all, how hungry y'all to make it back to state?
We really want to go back to state this year. I think that's been on our minds for the whole summer, and that's just been the goal for so far.
It hurts. I mean, losing. You know, he got the baseball state championship. I don't got that. I have no ring, so I'm looking for one.
Well, speaking of your baseball state championship, I was going to ask you, winning a state title in baseball, how hungry does it make you to want to win one in football?
It means everything to me, really. I mean, last year I thought we had it, and we were there, and we were going good until it just collapsed. So, I mean, to have another ring for a sport that I really want to make it in it'll mean a lot.
What do y'all feel like our team needs to do to make it to state this year?
We just got to play together and play as a team, and be vocal with each other and pick each other up, really. And so, yeah, that's pretty much it.
I know y'all have a new quarterback. How does it feel protecting a new quarterback your senior season?
I mean,
we had a lot of missed passes.
I mean, he feels just like a brother to us. So, I mean, protecting him is, I mean, we got to do our job to protect him and make sure he does his job. So, I mean, without us blocking for him, he won't succeed. So, making sure we do good is the goal for him to do good.
Feels the same to me. I'm blocking the same guys no matter who's behind me. So.
I was at the game on Friday. Y'all talk about leadership. Jay, you're quite vocal. You were extremely vocal at the game on Friday. Just tell me how your team feeds off of that. What makes you feel like your team needs that?
I mean, being vocal, you know, it gets the energy up, and you know, without being vocal, it's quiet, and people won't just be like lazy and won't take it serious. So, getting in their face, you know, yelling at them to make sure they're doing it right, it'd make them do a good thing. Make them right.
Will, what about you being a leader on the offensive line?
I'm less vocal than Jay, but if I have, Peachy, new lineman, whoever's next to me, I can guide them no matter what's happening. If they got a question, they can come ask me. I'll give them the right answer. But I'm not nearly as vocal as Jay. Especially on the sideline, he likes to yell and gets angrier than me.
Just trying to help.
Yeah, so y'all moved to the GIAA this season. Are there any teams y'all looking forward to playing?
The teams we're looking forward to playing this year are Deerfield. I think Deerfield is the goal this year. You know, ever since we got into high school, my freshman year, we have wanted to play Deerfield every single year, and that's just been the team of the year for us. And that's been my goal for this whole summer, is to beat Deerfield.
Mm-hmm. They're the new SGA kind of, since they're now in our region.
In our region too.
Yep, part of our division.
So what can we expect to see from the Eagles that game?
Oh, there's going to be a lot of yelling. a lot of chirping. And I think everyone's just going to be in a good mindset of, we're winning this game, and everyone's going to play to their best ability.
Speaking of SGA, you said they're the new SGA. How was it playing them the first game of the season?
I mean, it was still kind of fresh, really. Getting in the pads, only been in the pads for a month. Normally, we would have been playing games for upwards of 2 months by the time we faced SGA, so it was kind of tough being the first real big game of the season was the first game. So
looking at the GIAA, do y'all think y'all fare out well against the teams in the GIA?
Absolutely.
We can. We're going to have to fight for every game, though, this season.
Yes, we will. I mean, it's a lot different from moving from AA to AAA. It's a big step, a better competition than we had last year. So
and we got a much newer team, less seniors.
Yeah.
So what are some things y'all feel like y'all need to do individually to make it back to state? I'll start with you, Will.
Make it back to state. I mean, we need to obviously start off quarterback, wide receiver core. We need to start communicate with them, getting them hands better. We had a couple of big drops last game. I'd say upwards of really 3 touchdown passes that are dropped. Linemen, we still need to just work on our communication because we're getting a lot of new guys in, really, having to swap around a lot. We need to figure out what's going on with them. We lost a big player, Query, but he should be back. We need to just figure out what's new. I mean, we lost a lot of players this year, so just got to work in the new pieces and figure out how to make it back.
I think we just need to start playing as a team more and be with each other instead of trying to focus on ourselves, really. And we have a lot of new kids coming either from being a freshman to playing now or kids from other schools that really don't know our playbook so far, so they're going to start learning more from practices and games. So I feel like once we get into the rhythm of things, we'll be good, and I think we can make it back.
Both of y'all said y'all have some young players, a lot of new players this season. What are y'all doing to show them the Eagle way, I guess?
Well, the newest players really is the wide receiver core. I mean, we lost Luke Addison and Shenard Pittman, who both went to go on to play college sports. And they were very good wide receivers. And what we have is very talented wide receivers who just are still ebbing their way into being very good players. They just haven't had the time to grow yet. And we just need to help them develop, give them more time our quarterback more time in the pocket so they can work their way down the field more, really, is what we can do to help.
Anything from you, Jay?
No, I think Will said it all. I think he was spot on.
So what are some things we can expect to see from the Eagles this season?
A lot of running plays.
A lot of running plays. A few probably just a lot of mistakes, but a lot of good ones that will help us do better in the future, I feel like.
SJ was definitely a learning experience.
Yes,
I feel like a lot.
Practice
has looked a lot better, I would say, since that game.
We played more as a team, and we've been more vocal than we have been all summer. So
you think it was beneficial to have that the first game of the season?
Yes, that tough game at the start really did help us connect some dots that were missing.
Perfect. Well, good luck to y'all this season, and thank you so much. In our next segment of Sports Talk, we'll just be asking some more fun, laid-back questions. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Sports Talk. I'm here again with Will and Jay, and we're just going to be asking some fun questions. To start off, both of y'all are seniors. What has been y'all's favorite memory as an Eagle?
Worm's pep talk speeches is mine.
Well, freshman year before the SGA game, Will decided to break a table, and then we went on to lose the game. But every year we played SGA, he's decided to break a white table. To be exact.
But we didn't get one this year. We tried to convince Coach Murdoch, but he wouldn't bring us one.
Yeah, I was going to ask. I was like, did that happen before the game Friday? But no.
Well, we were at SGA when I broke the tables the other 2 times. So.
Oh, wow. That is so funny. Who's the funniest player on the team?
Either one of us, honestly.
Yeah, I'm going with me.
Everyone's probably serious, and then there's just me and Will.
We like to sing on the line and stuff.
Yeah,
and
we don't take anything too serious.
No, it's not that deep at practice.
No.
If y'all had to be stranded on an island with one teammate, who would it be and why?
I could pick Jay for sure. He'd be a solid pick. I'd go with my center, Baker. He knows just a lot of general knowledge things. I feel like he could carry me through, not getting parasites and stuff.
I'd honestly just pick Will because he's smart. So, I mean, there ain't really smart kids on the team. So,
Favorite subject?
Let's launch a subject.
I don't think so. Maybe like
probably Miss Ashley's class, advanced comprehension.
That
you
one.
Don't have her, but
I did like Miss Ashley when I had her. Math. I only have 2 this year, but I'd go with math.
Favorite movie?
Man, it's a tough one. I don't know. I'm really big into 80s movies.
I'm going to go with The Godfather.
I watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off, a real good one.
Those are both good.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's good comedy.
I know you said, can you choose lunch as your favorite subject? What's your favorite food?
Oh, probably chicken wings. I could mess up some chicken wings.
Miss Paul's in Dawson, Georgia. That's the spot.
Miss Paul's. I've
Miss
never heard
Paul's.
that. What's at Miss Paul's?
It is a southern buffet, $10 for a plate. It is just the best food on the planet.
It's real good.
Right over there.
I'm gonna have to give that a try. Favorite thing about Coach?
Which coach?
Murdoch.
Coach Murdoch, okay.
His accent probably. His
Yeah,
southern
we
accent.
do like the accent a lot. I like to mess with his voice.
Yeah,
you know.
it's funny.
Good pep talks.
Yes.
Like his beginning practice, whatever he says, he has a couple of just sayings. Like. Do it right, do it light.
Do it wrong, do it long.
Yep.
What are y'all looking forward to most this season?
Playing Deerfield.
Yeah,
Okay,
that
that's
is
honestly
he
playing Deerfield.
His probably Deerfield. He has a lot more people there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm hoping for that right there.
The
For a
ring. He
chip.
loves that ring. I mean, the ring would be nice too, but being Deerfield,
Yeah.
it's gonna feel good inside.
Yeah.
Well, we'll definitely be at that game. I know that's a big one. Let's see, one more question. If y'all could play any other position than the position y'all play now, what position would it be and why?
Fullback, because I could still block and run at the same time, and I wouldn't have to do too much.
I don't know if I played a little bit of defense last game, but I'd like to get some nose tackling in this season. Just a good bit. Not necessarily full game, but I would really like to play some nose tackle.
Who inspires y'all off the field?
I probably have to say my father, Bruce Austin. You know, he gives me good pep talks when I'm on the sideline and when I'm angry. He tells me to just keep my head up and look forward to the next play, and it helps me a lot. So.
My dad as well. I also go with my grandpa Jack. He lives in Pennsylvania, but he always sends me a text, and whenever he comes down, he's on the fence. He's watching it. He'll actually go on the sideline with us. Everyone will question who he is, but Grandpa Jack.
It's Grandpa Jack.
Yeah.
Well, I know Bruce, very great man, I can say. Your grandpa sounds like a great man as well. In our next segment, you will see both of them compete with Keith. Stay tuned, you will not want to miss it.
Welcome back into Sports Talk. It's the best time of the show. It's time to compete with Keith. So on this week, we got Jay Austin. He's going to do a shuttle drill with me. Let's see if he can beat me in the race. But first, you think you'll win?
Oh, I let him win. I'm confident.
Confidence is cool and all, but I'm Keith, so y'all know what's going to happen.
Oh, he got you.
Man, I thought he was gonna count.
All right, so we're in the round 2 of Sports Talk. We'll compete with Keith. I was able to beat Jay. I had to add that in there, I'm sorry, man. But now we got Will. So this drill is gonna be what, Will?
The kick shuffle drill. Each one of the cones before the last one is worth 1 point, but the last one's worth 3. So whoever wins on points wins the whole drill.
Like I asked Jay, you think you're gonna win?
Maybe. He's got the safety experience for backpedaling. It's just gonna kick in.
He already lost, but he said maybe, so you know what that means. Another win for Keith. Let's go after this break.
Oh shoot, he got me.
Well, I'm a little shocked. So for the first time all year, we have a tie. It's strange. It's either a dub or a loss, but I mean, as Will said, each cone was 1 point, but the last one was 3 points. So I gotta say, Will, you came in the clutch. Can't get mad. Your boy.
All back pedal.
Anyway, another great week of Sports Talk. We'll see y'all next week.
Let me think of something else.
Let's talk about Bruce. Let's talk about Bruce. Why not?
Your father
I
works
don't
at
know if he like that.
Your father works at WLB.
hate
What's it like having him rep you some games?
Nah. How's your dad on the sidelines? It's probably awful.
I'm not getting in trouble with Bruce. Bruce signs my checks probably. I'm not getting in trouble with Bruce.
You wouldn't get in trouble with Bruce. I'll talk.
Jay will defend you.
I don't know. He don't like me too much.